What if many of them aren't actually your choice? What if they are guided by invisible scripts running in the background of your mind? Psychology reveals that silent, powerful forces are constantly at play, quietly shaping how you think, feel, and act, often without you ever realizing it. They influence the brands you trust, the habits you keep, and even the people you connect with. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. You'll discover 7 psychology tricks that control your daily decisions. But this isn't about manipulation. This is about awareness. Because once you see the strings, you can finally take back control. Let's start with trick number 7, the comfort bias. Your brain is wired for efficiency, and nothing feels more efficient than what's familiar. This is why familiar routines feel so safe, even when they're holding you back from growth. The comfort bias is the invisible force that keeps people stuck in the same unfulfilling jobs, the same unproductive habits, and the same limiting behaviors for years. Why? Because genuine growth feels uncomfortable. Your brain instinctively associates uncertainty with danger, a survival mechanism from our ancient past. But once you understand this, everything changes. Discomfort is no longer a warning sign to retreat. Instead, it becomes a signal, a compass, pointing directly toward progress. The more often you hear an idea, the more familiar it feels. And the more familiar it feels, the more believable it becomes, regardless of its factual accuracy. Be mindful of what you let in on repeat. At number 5 is the negativity bias. Think about your day. But in today's world, this same mechanism often fuels anxiety, worry, and chronic overthinking. It makes us replay mistakes and imagine worst-case scenarios. Coming in at number 4 is a truth many of us resist: emotional decision-making. You probably like to think of yourself as a logical person who makes rational choices. But neuroscience shows a different picture. You don't make decisions logically first. Your emotions decide, and your logic follows, creating a story to justify the emotional choice. This process influences everything, from small impulse purchases at the grocery store to major life choices like career changes and relationships. Trick number 3 is environmental control. Forget motivation for a moment. The people you surround yourself with, the layout of your workspace, the food in your kitchen.
If you want to change your behavior, stop trying to force it with willpower alone.
Instead, change your surroundings. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to eat healthier? Place fruit on the counter, not hidden in a drawer. At number 2, we find the confidence illusion. Our brains have a cognitive shortcut. We often mistake confidence for competence. We instinctively associate a speaker's certainty with their credibility. This is why highly confident speakers, leaders, and influencers are so persuasive and trusted even when their information is completely wrong.
Their self-assured delivery bypasses our critical thinking, making their message feel more true.
This isn't just about public figures. It happens in meetings, in classrooms, and in personal conversations. The person who speaks with the most conviction is often believed, regardless of their expertise. Finally, we arrive at the most fundamental trick of all. Number 1, the thought-action loop. It's a simple but profoundly powerful cycle. Your thoughts shape your actions. Your actions, when repeated, become your habits. And your habits, over time, sculpt the reality of your life. It's a quiet, continuous loop that runs every single day. A small, negative thought pattern like "I'm not good enough" can lead to avoiding challenges. Avoiding challenges becomes a habit, and that habit of avoidance ultimately limits your potential and shapes your destiny. The same is true for positive loops. A thought, like "I can figure this out," leads to the action of trying. The action of trying builds the habit of resilience. And the habit of resilience builds a life of growth. Awareness is the first and most critical step to changing the loop. By observing your thoughts, you gain the power to consciously choose your actions. These 7 psychology tricks influence every one of us, every single day, whether we realize it or not. They are the invisible architecture of our choices. Awareness doesn't magically remove their influence, but it does something far more important. It gives you a choice. It hands the power back to you. Now, when you feel pulled by comfort, you can choose growth. When you hear a repeated claim, you can choose to verify it. You can see the invisible, and in doing so, you can begin to design a life that is truly your own. If you found this exploration valuable, subscribe for more psychology insights that help you understand yourself and the world around you better. Thanks for watching.